Hello, friends. Welcome back to Yoga with Paige. Today we have a nice, gentle hip opening class. We start an easy seat and then we bring the soles of the feet together, finding bound angle pose. Wrapping peace fingers around big toes, pulling the chest up, lengthening through the spine, feeling the hips already start to open, the groins. Keeping our awareness there. And we can slowly start to fold forward, keeping a nice flat back. Really pressing the hips down into the mat. Sending the knees down. Everything is feeling open and wide. We can gently inhale and raise the chest back up. Extending the legs long, coming into wide straddle pose. Finding our positioning here, flexing the feet, sending energy out through the heels and up through the toes. Making sure our toes and our knees are rotated back towards the back of the room as we start to sway a little side to side. Reaching the right arm towards the foot and extending the left overhead, getting a beautiful side body stretch. Still spiraling the chest open. And exhale to gently release, switching sides, reaching for the left foot. Remembering to breathe nice and deep. Still active in the legs here, in the quadriceps, the glutes. Beautiful. And release. We're going to come into boat pose or both big toe pose. So extending the legs out in front, whichever pose you want to choose. Wrapping peace fingers around big toes, maybe playing with our balance here, opening the legs. Bending one knee and then the other. Really connecting to our core. One more breath. And exhale to release, bending the legs. Soles of the feet come to the mat. We windshield wiper the knees. Just kind of wiggling them out, loosening them up. And when both of our legs are facing the left side, we'll stay there, transitioning into deer pose. Sending the pelvis down into the mat, really opening up through the groins and the hip flexors. Our right leg is tucked behind us. Our left knee is in front. And then facing the front, reaching the hands down, we're going to extend the right leg behind, coming into pigeon pose. Settling in here, finding any little wiggles. Then lifting the chest up high. And slowly walking the fingertips out in front, making our way down into sleeping pigeon, maybe onto the forearms. Finding little waves here. Whatever you need to open up your glutes and your hips a little bit more. And there's an option for a quadricep stretch. Reaching back, pulling the ankle into the hip. Breathing nice and deep. And facing forward, we can exhale to gently and lovingly release the leg. Coming back into our little windshield wipers before switching to the other side. Just doing a few of these before letting both legs fall to the right. Finding our deer pose, noticing maybe how this side feels different. Bringing our awareness inside, noticing what's coming up for you today, what you brought with you onto the mat, what you've been able to release already, maybe finding something else we can release. Settling into pigeon pose, extending the left leg long. finding some fun, and then finding some stillness. Finding that balance. Life is all about balance. Accepting any emotions, any thoughts that enter your head, and then releasing them, letting them go. We can take our optional quadricep stretch here. Taking a deep belly breath, filling the lungs with air, and expelling it all out. Releasing the ankle if we had it, pressing up and making our way to wide-legged forward fold. So facing the long edge of the mat, extending the arms out by the sides and folding over. Trying to reach the crown of the head to the mat, or sending the head underneath the legs. Honoring wherever we're at. And gently walking both hands over to the left ankle, grabbing on, pulling the chest into the leg. Still breathing nice and deep. And exhale to release, walking the hands to the other side. Releasing the hands. We're going to come into Malasana, so we can either jump or heel toe to the middle of the mat, bending the knees, sending the pelvis down, trying to reach our heels to the mat, but depending on our body or our openness, we may not be able to be there, and that's okay. Just focusing on opening through the hips, the groins, reaching the top of the head up, bringing the shoulders down, and exhale to straighten the legs, finding the top of the mat, and then coming to a seat, extending the legs for staff pose. And shifting our weight back, we're going to bend both legs, bringing the right ankle on top of the left knee for fire log, or we can bring it in front if that's not accessible to us. We can always sit in easy seat as well, crossed at the ankles. Slowly walking the fingertips forward just until we feel that deep stretch in the glute. Deep breaths here, honoring this life's journey, this practice today. Inhale to press back up, sending the feet out to the sides even more, stacking the knees, coming into cow face pose. Hooking the left arm underneath the right, trying to meet palms together. Nice straight back, not hunching over. Feeling all of the back expanding, creating space. Feeling your spine grow long. And exhale to unravel, sending the hands behind to uncross the legs. And pressing up into reverse tabletop. Squeezing through the glutes, holding. One more breath. And exhale to gently release, sending the hip bones down and extending the legs for staff pose. Holding here for a breath or two, maybe reaching the feet if we can. Finding a gentle forward fold. Before lifting up and repeating the other side, crossing the left ankle over the right knee. Settling in, feeling rooted through the mat, grounded as we're close to the earth, walking the fingertips forward. Noticing these connection points. What's touching the earth? Maybe what this practice is bringing up for you. Gently releasing, sending those legs out a little bit further. Reaching the arms out wide and scooping the right arm underneath the left. Beautiful twining of the arms and legs. It's like a big giant hug to yourself. Beautiful. Remembering to breathe. And unraveling on this next exhale. Placing the soles of the feet on the mat and scooting onto the back. Coming into bridge pose, our feet are hip width apart. And we press the pelvis up. Exhale, squeeze through the glutes, the quadriceps. Send the pelvis up to the sky. We're not placing weight on our neck or our head, but on the shoulders. Option to take the heels closer into the chest and reaching for the ankles. Exhale to release, hugging the knees into the chest. And then releasing the left leg down, still holding on to the right knee. And then if we want to go a little further, we can take that ankle closer into the chest, kind of cradling the shin like a little baby. Beautiful. Release. Taking the left leg in. And if we like, we can cradle. Finding one more stretch in the glute. Trying to quiet the mind as best as we can. Letting thoughts come and go. Sending both feet up into the air, making our way to happy baby, where we can just let the legs hang open where they want to. Moment of surrender. Of stillness. And if we like, we can try extending the legs, getting one more final big stretch before releasing the legs down. Soles come together, hands can come above the head or by the sides for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle. Letting gravity take hold here and gently send the knees down, opening up through the hips, feeling so connected and united with the ground underneath that supports your entire body, your entire being. Taking one more big breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Whenever we're ready, we can gently make our way to one side of the mat and slowly sit up to a comfortable position. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know how it went for you down below, and have a great rest of your day.